Hello, my friend, and welcome to Pro Wrestling Daily. My name is Aaron Machbitz. Let's talk about the October 20th edition of Monday Night Raw. Most notably coming from that is that Seth Rollins had to vacate his World Heavyweight Championship. And before we get into that, a couple notes from Monday Night Raw. One, we know that AJ Styles and Dragon Lee are now the new tag team champions in what was an absolutely incredible tag team match. So hats off to all four of those men. And we saw a return of Nikki Bella, which is like not exciting at all. She hasn't put together a single good professional wrestling match in, well, ever. And she's now with Stephanie Vacour to take on Roxanne and Raquel. Not sure why Stephanie Vacour needs her. I'm really hoping that we see a long-term feud between Stephanie Vacour and Roxanne, because Stephanie Vacour needs a really, really good feud to sink her teeth into, to really cement her reign as champion. But she did look her leg looked a little weird coming out of that match, Stephanie Vacour. So I pray that everything is okay and she's good and she can continue her reign as champion. It doesn't have to vacate or go back for injury or, anything like that. But not sure why they want to bring Nikki Bella back. They can literally put anyone with Stephanie Vacour to help her with this sort of Judgment Day Roxanne problem. And she just doesn't need Nikki Bella. Nikki Bella is a bad professional wrestler, but it is what it is. Those are some of the highlights from Monday Night Raw, but everything else was fine, because the most important thing that came from the October 20th edition of Monday Night Raw was Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins underwent major shoulder surgery. Say shoulder surgery 5 times fast. Shoulder surgery, I can't, it's hard. You do it right now. Anyways, he underwent major shoulder surgery post Crown Jewel, and then came on Monday Night Raw and had to vacate his World Heavyweight Championship. Now, we know just a month ago, right, Seth Rollins' reign was I think it was 78, 79 days, if I can remember correctly. So we remember how he got the title, right? He won Money in the Bank, then had this sort of knee injury gimmick thing versus LA Knight. People thought he was injured. He lied to everyone, didn't tell anyone. He was walking around in crutches, yada, 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 yada. And then CM Punk wins the World Heavyweight Championship, beats Gunther, right, in a shocking fashion, because Gunther's dominant and powerful. But CM Punk wins, and he's champion for about 3 minutes, and then Seth Rollins comes out and steals it, has another heist, 2 of the greatest Money in the Bank cash-ins of all time for Seth Rollins. That was a long-term fake injury. Normally what happens with a fake injury in professional wrestling is it happens in the span of a match. Ooh, you jump off the top rope. Ooh, you land funny. You fake your knee. Everyone's coming over to you. The ref is like, oh my God, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? You sell it. Boom, then you attack. And it allows you to take advantage of the babyface. Seth Rollins extended that over a long period of time, and you could say, what about karma? What about lying to everyone you know? Isn't this going to affect you? Seth Rollins maybe didn't think about those repercussions because he was thinking about the moment. He was thinking about the moment he could create with CM Punk and cashing in that Money in the Bank, and he certainly did. And now we see, 79 days later, or however many days later Crown Jewel was, because that's when he suffered the injury, he beats Cody Rhodes in a really, really important match for him and The Vision. And then the next night, The Vision, because he had to go underwent surgery that day almost. It said right after Crown Jewel, so maybe it was right after Crown Jewel, or maybe it was after Monday Night Raw, or whatever the case may be, so that he could get betrayed by The Vision. Then we came on here and sort of speculated what might happen. I said, okay, maybe it's Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed trying to take over the group. Maybe they're trying to dupe CM Punk because they're trying to think they're not together and then they are together, and yada, 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 yada. Apparently that was a stupid idea. And then the third sort of option, which looks like the most legit option now, is that Seth Rollins actually got injured. Now, of course, most people are going to have this sort of looming thought in the back of their head that this is a fake injury, this is not real, he's going to come back at some point, because he did already do that thing. And now, he didn't have the world title with him when he had this first injury. So he didn't have to vacate anything. And you can hold on to the Money in Bank briefcase for 12 months. So there was no need to make this sort of whole big hoopla about it, because there was nothing to vacate. Paul Heyman could have held on to the Money in Bank briefcase for 12 months, with Heyman, with Breaker, doing the same thing they were doing, just Rollins on the shelf. And he comes back every once in a while to talk, to do this, to do that. So probably in some people's minds, there's still a hesitation. But then you think, okay, why is he vacating the world title? That's very, very strange. Very strange. So then you think, okay, this injury is legit, and because it's legit, you say, Seth Rollins, I hope that you recover quickly, you come back healthy, you come back stronger, and God willing, God bless to you and your recovery and everything that goes with it. So there's that. But then now what's next? What's next is that they should have put Braun Breaker in the Battle Royal. They should have had Braun Breaker win the Battle Royal. They should have just given the title to Braun Breaker. I mean, you saw him walking around with the title on over his shoulder. He looks fucking good with it. Bronson Reed, no, not a world champion. Braun Breaker, yes, world champion. You have Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, Paul Heyman in the group. Braun Breaker is the champion. But CM Punk was already the number one contender, so he's immediately going to Saturday night's main event. Then you have a Battle Royal. Again, Braun Breaker's not in this Battle Royal. Again, Bronson Reed not in the Battle Royal. Very weird. Jey Uso wins the Battle Royal. Now you go into Jey Uso versus CM Punk at Saturday night's main event this Saturday. And the obvious choice is that CM Punk is going to be World Heavyweight Champion. This really puts a wrench in all of the plans because I think Seth Rollins was going to hold on to the title until WrestleMania 42, and that's when CM Punk was finally going to get that big win. They were going to feud on and off, and then get really heavy into Royal Rumble WrestleMania season, and then CM Punk was finally going to win that big one because he hasn't been able to beat Rollins at all. He hasn't been able to beat Rollins in the big match, and he hasn't been able to get this sort of monkey off his back of winning the world title outside of that 5-minute reign and got stripped away from him, and so he tasted it, and he needs it. And that is all gone. Now we just get the sort of regular match versus Jey Uso. CM Punk versus Braun Breaker would have been fucking awesome. Have Braun Breaker win. CM Punk continues that story of being the guy who chases the title, and can't get it. Now it's against Braun Breaker, the Beast, the first-time champ. Now he then finally beats him at WrestleMania 42, but instead they're just going to give CM Punk the strap at Saturday night's main event. There's no fucking way in hell that Jey Uso wins. If Jey Uso wins and becomes a 2-time World Heavyweight Champion before LA Knight and Sami Zayn become a 1-time champion, that is craziness. That is craziness. But I'm thinking something might happen. I don't know what it is, but this just seems too sort of cut and dry. There's no surprises. There's no risks. There's nothing here happening. It's just like CM Punk will wrestle Jey Uso for the vacant world title, and CM Punk will win. He will become champion at Saturday night's main event, and that's it. It just seems too simple. So what's going to happen leading up to Saturday night's main event, and what's potentially going to happen at Saturday night's main event that's maybe going to change this whole thing up? Or are we going to see the basic WWE formula where CM Punk wins the strap and then maybe he goes on to feud with someone? Maybe Gunther returns. Maybe Brock Lesnar is involved. Maybe Roman Reigns is involved. Maybe something of the sort happens to create a little bit more commotion and a little bit more shock and awe heading into whatever this might be and whoever might be the champion moving forward. Now, are they going to patty cake the championship? Is this champion going to be the champion going into WrestleMania season and WrestleMania? Where's Gunther involved in this? Where's Roman Reigns involved in this? All these types of things matter because it's the World Heavyweight Championship. But those are my thoughts on that. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'd absolutely love to hear from you. Then like this video and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys next time. Lots of love. Cheers.